Hi there. Just want to make a quick little video about this, creating a nice case for this Samsung S7. The phone is good. It's got a little bit of damage up in the corner, which is something I'm going to repair at another time. It's just a little bit of cracked out plastic or cracked out glass up there. But this video is actually focusing on the case, which I have a couple of cases here. This is a nice little flip case that I think would be great for this phone. I'm actually just using this phone now as an MP3 player, as a media player, and as a camera for making YouTube videos. But I want to keep it safe. It broke when I took it out of the this case, the Auto box. I took it out of that just to get it into the clamp on the tripod, and I dropped it and spang dango, and I was rather upset. In any event, no biggie, but I have this case, but the inside of this case is really, really chintzy and cheap. None of these cutouts line up with it, with what they're meant to line up with, and it kind of feels like it wouldn't protect the phone at all. This is another case I have that's kind of knocked off, similar look to a sort of an OtterBox style. I think it might be two parts. It is two parts. It's got a rubbery inner bit and so on. Anyway, my plan is to remove this guy and glue this one into position. This one also has some problems with the fit of the various different ports, so it snaps in okay. The volume thingers work grand. Let's see, can I plug in a charger? Because that's important to be able to do that without having to mess around. Charger's lovely, and the cutout for the 3.5mm headphone jack is nice. But I use this headphone jack, and I think it's too big. It doesn't fit, so I'm going to have to make a bigger hole. So that's what I'm about to get into now, and that's the size of it. So bear with me. So now I want to just check the size of this little cutout. What do we have there? 6.5mm. And this guy, 8.5mm. So if I could drill a 9mm hole there, that'd be pretty nice. Let me get my drill organized. So now I have a drill with a 9mm bit in it. I'm going to attempt. Nah, I'm not going to do that. It's just going to chew it up. Okay. I just have a feeling if I do that, if I try that with the drill bit and I go in there, it's just going to chew this up. I don't think it's going to do a neat job. So I'm going to get the Dremel and have a go with that. Now I have a little kind of a grinding bit, which is a little bit more than 10mm in the Dremel. My Parkside's German Dremel that I got from Lidl's. It was really cheap. And gonna just have a go with this instead. Block your ears. So now just let it go in there a couple of times. We'll see if that has. Where's my plug? It's really close. Oh, it's so close. Let's just see what it will be like when the phone is in it. I think it's enough. I'm going to just plug it in here and test it. Okay, so it fits beautifully. Because it's 8.5 mil, which is what we needed, and got lucky on the first pass, so that's nice. I'm going to just see, can I clean this up a bit with the Leatherman. The old fingernails. Nature's Leatherman. Okay, I'm happy. So now step 2, we get the old Parkside out of the way. Maybe that's what Dremels should be known as now, Parksides. Maybe that's what mine's going to be known as. But I have lots of Parkside tools because I buy the cheapy old tools in Lidl's and enjoy them. Now this guy's got to come off. I wonder, do I just rip him off, or... Yeah, I think it's a case of the rippage. The other thought is maybe apply a little bit of heat, or perhaps some Leatherman. Yeah. Oh, she's coming off beautifully. Rippage seems to be my friend here. Oh, yeah. Stick that up on eBay. Okay. So this is what's going to be happening. Yeah, it's going to be going on like that. Okay. So now to see where's the fit. Where does it want to be? Is it... I'm just looking to find that sweet spot. Yeah, it's going to be just perfect. It's the old dry wiper. Happy. Removing the phone. Now I'm going to key this fella up a little along this line. With a bit of, I think it's 240 grit sandpaper. Maybe, no, it's a bit rougher than that. It's 140. I just want to get some glue sticking to this stuff. Because I don't want to go any further than about that line. Just been meaning to do this for ages, this project, and I've had the bits just kicking around in my bag. It's just been annoying me, and it's a reminder that you just got to do it. You want to do it, you do it. My dad told this story years ago of an ad that he saw on the television in Los Angeles in the 70s. Some guy called Louis who had car tires. And the ad was, you know, Louis was doing the tires and they were cheaper than anywhere else, and such a cheap set of tires. And people always say to me, Louis, how do we do it? How do you do it, Louis? I say to them, we do it. So that's how you do it. You do it. Just getting a bit aggressive here with the old tip of the Leatherman. Key up the surface good so that my glue, whatever I choose to use, goes off nicely. I haven't quite decided what glue I am going to use here yet, actually. Part of me is thinking maybe use epoxy here. I have this Gorilla epoxy that I use for a lot of projects, and it's pretty, always has a little bit of give in it. I think it could be the way to go. So just cleaning off a little bit of this stuff, and I'm going to just roughen this up a bit as well, so that when the glue takes to it, it's got loads of little fibery bits to grip onto, and I'll get a nice bond. Oh, it's satisfying. Actually, it's really satisfying doing this. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that I just have been meaning to do it for so long, and now I'm actually doing it. And then I'll have a nice little case for the phone. I'm literally just using it now as a media player. I'm going to key this a little bit more. You get the idea. I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, so I have scritched that up a bit more, keyed it up. This is nicely ready to accept the glue as well. And see what that's going to be like. It's going to be like that. Beautiful. So now I will get a little bit of glue. The old epoxy resin. It squeeze it out onto the card. Now, Jesus, only the one side came out that time. Now to fuck. Right. That's enough of all that. Little bit of mixing. The mixing being an important part of this process, just to really get these two parts nicely mixed together. The old Richard Nixon. Yeah. Pretty sure I've mixed, well, a little bit too much of this. That's all right. Oi. Okay, that feels mixed enough to me. He says, still mixing it frantically. I'm not a mix scrimper. I don't scrimp on mixing. Okay. So let's just start to get some of this on here. I'd like to do some videos doing repairs as Lieutenant Colombo of the police. You know, I don't know how to do this stuff. My wife, she's an expert. Her brother, wait till I tell you. He knows everything there is to know about mixing epoxies. And, oh, yeah, too kind. Let's see. Now, I might do a little bit of taping of the masking variety just to stop this from spooging into the danger zones. Or if it does, which it probably will to a certain extent, that just goes onto the tape. So it feels good for now. I'll do a little bit of pausing. I should be back momentarily. Have to might just lose the blues for a minute and get a bit of this tape going on. You can go over there. You can go here. Okay. A pair of scissors would be nice. I think even Ned Flanders would get annoyed cutting masking tape with these scissors. No, certainly challenges you, Homer. Okay. Another bit. Oh, that sounded loud. Just trying to make a little piece here that will fit into the camera cutout. Oh, just gorgeous. Gorgeous bit of cutting with these scissors. Nothing quite as fun as cutting a bit of masking tape with a pair of scissors that aren't great. Okay, maybe we've got some contact. See what everything's like. Get the little wipey. Okay. I think it's going to be relatively forgiving. Firmest last words. Sorry about that. Where's the damn phone? It's pretty tasty. I think I'm going to leave her like that. Just let it go off. I'll come back and show you the finish up later. Just checking in quickly. Here is the glue, so is what we mixed, so it's still a bit sticky. So I'll leave it another little while. About 5 minutes later now, and another little check in. Still very gooey, so I'm going to still just leave it before I do anything to it. It's probably been about 15 minutes since I glued it, or 10 minutes since I glued it. Now, you know, just going to show it to you now because I think it's gone off enough at this stage. It's hard enough. It's not fully cured, rock hard, but it's okay. So it's all right. It'll work like that, kind of propped up, and feels much nicer. Much nicer than the other chunkety one did. That's it. So, happy days. Thanks for watching.